So it looks like he already cut it. Well, no, there's a strip right there. Kind of looked like he had already cut it, and now he's laying down the fertilizer, or weed and feed, I should say. Looks like we might need some more weed and feed. I'm going to show some ingenuity here. It was pretty genius. Take the thing that we don't ever use walking behind and mount it onto the mower.
Hey, that's just called
being smart and thrifty.
Lazy.
Smart and thrifty. I was gonna say, and I need a knife.
Well, I'll show you. A better way to do it.
Yeah. Just poke a hole in it.
No, I laid it up here like this.
And then cut it. I'm gonna get out of the wind.
One's enough.
Okay.
I think that'll finish it.
One's enough for a while.
Well, I'm coming right up on the old garden.
Okay.
Then I gotta do the back, but this might be enough to go.
Okay. But yeah, you're
We're
right.
probably gonna have strips about so wide that they're gonna show up that it didn't get it.
We'll do it again.
Because I can't judge by.
Yeah.
And in some areas I probably, because I've gone, around something and then I've gone across it again, I probably put too much down and I'll probably burn the grass.
I need to get more mulch too. This just went right into the soil. Oh well.
Yeah, but at least they're budding.
Budding, yep.
I don't know, when I was
So
out
the
here
deer get to
yesterday
it.
looking, is that hoof prints that I'm seeing all
Oh
over
yeah,
the place?
there's hoof prints all over here. It's like, I mean, they're not chowing down too much because the trees are still here. But, well, there's a couple of buds. So we're trying to decide if this is called being smart and making do and making something work, or if it's called being lazy because nobody wants to walk behind the walk behind spreader. So Dad rigged up a little something to get it onto the back of the mower, and it's working pretty well. I don't think I can get close enough to it to let you see that the weed and feed is coming out pretty nice. Not too thick, not too thin. It's kind of nice. Now I don't have to walk the whole property. And the apple orchard here, well, for one thing, you can hardly see the apple trees because they're so bare right now and they're so small. But there's at least 3 or 4 that we probably have to replace. The seedlings just didn't get off to a very good start, and uh-oh, there we see on video. That's the problem with making do sometimes. The bolt must have come undone. Yep. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. But anyhow, this area here used to be a garden before I owned it. And so, and when I bought it, the people that had owned it in between us didn't have a garden here. they had let grass grow up, but it was a lot of weed as well. So it was a lot of dandelions and clover and just different weeds, and that's why it's still so brown. It's the rest of the lawn is a nice green from spring, nice spring green. But this area here is pretty brown and getting set to start growing dandelions and clover again. So we're gonna do the weed and feed. I can't remember how long you have to wait exactly, but wait a little while and then put down the grass seed in order to get a little bit more grass growing in here. Ideally, I also want to get some more mulch and extend the circles off for the trees. So some of them are doing really well. Let me kind of show you. This one's not doing really well. So a couple of the seedlings we're going to wait and see, and a couple of the seedlings I can already tell are dead, and a couple of our trees are a bit bigger size and they got some buds on them. They're getting going. So that one there is probably 3.5 foot high. So, but ideally I'd like to have, there's a little bit of mulch around it right now. Ideally I'd like to have about twice that size. It's just hard to afford all the mulch at one time, right? So for this spring I may just get enough mulch to freshen up around them, and then continue next year just adding a little bit more space to it. Make it a little easier to go around with the mower. Eventually, 20 years from now, it would be nice to look out here and it's pretty much an apple orchard with bark all around it. But for now, I have some grass seed. We're going to go ahead and put some seed in this brown patch here and see if we can't get a little bit more green for the next couple of years before we extend out more mulch. And I think Dad's getting it fixed over there. Probably better head down there and help him. You get it? So yeah, as long as it stays attached, it's working pretty good. Yeah, I think the bolt just came off of it. I was sitting on the patio earlier watching him out here getting started, and I could see from all the way across the driveway, sitting over there on the patio, I could see all the way out here that the weed and feed was working pretty well coming out of there. So, all right, well, this is awesome. So I don't mind getting my exercise a little bit, but I was happy not to have to do it too.